Based on Central Statistical Agency in 2005, Fnot Salam has an estimated total population of 24,011, of whom 12,069 are males and 11,942 are females. Misho in Fnot Salam and its surrounding areas is believed to be the tradition taken from the Jewish culture.
When Jesus Christ was living on earth, he used to kill sick people and preach as he was the Son of God. However, the Jews were not happy about him and his deeds. Consequently, they held him on Maundy Thursday, that is, the eve of their holiday. They had a tradition of baking bread on Thursday, that is in Greek called Ba'al night, which can be translated as a festival celebrated by bread.
Therefore, the baking of bread on the Maundy Thursday in many parts of Ethiopia is a tradition handed down from the Jewish culture. On Friday, Jesus Christ was whipped, beaten, and at last crucified by the Jews. He was even stabbed by spear while he was on the cross. While doing this, according to religious leaders in Fnot Salam, the Jews were insulting him saying, "Wusho, wusho," meaning, "You dog." Starting from the crucifixion of Jesus Christ to commemorate his suffering, children began begging bread and flour, going to each house in their village, holding a spear-like decorative stick and saying, "Wusho, wusho." Through time, "Wusho, wusho" is changed to Misho, as explained by the religious leaders. While begging, children stab the floor with the sharp decorated stick at the gate of the house they are begging. This is done to commemorate the cruelty of the Jewish and the suffering of Jesus Christ. According to religious leaders, when Jesus Christ was being taken to be crucified, the Jews were stabbing him with spear. In addition to this, Jewish leaders were forcing all the people to get out from their homes to support for the days and crucifixion of Jesus Christ. In order to honor the memory of this event, therefore, children go home to home and beg bread and flour, stabbing the floor with their sharp-tipped decorated stick. Although Misho is a tradition which has been practiced for centuries, many people in Fnot Salam do not know its historical background. They only know that Misho is a tradition in Fnot Salam because it's handed down from their ancestors. The week before the Good Friday is the time for preparation of the festival. During this time, children make decorated stick, which has to be held while singing, going from house to house. The preparation of the stick can be done in two ways. In the first way, children who look after cattle together or who play together may prepare their sticks in groups. In the second way, children may prepare sticks individually. The stick is usually prepared from eucalyptus tree. They first cut a stick and remove the layer. Next, They coil the bark across the stick, leaving some space. Then they collect dried leaves in which the stick is put, and fire is lit on the collected dried leaves and continues burning until the uncoiled part of the stick becomes black by the smoke. Finally, the stick is pulled out and the coiled bark is removed, and the tip of the stick is given a spear-like shape. This way, children prepare decorated sticks. The Good Friday is the core of the festival, in which children bake bread and flour. Before baking, they assign 2 children who will be responsible to carry the baskets or the sacks in which the collected bread and flour is put. The flour and the bread is put separately. The songs which children sing while baking bread and flour are: the darkness is coming before we say Ho Misha Misho. Here, Ho is a word which is common in many Amharic songs and chants used when people sing together. Here is to mean they are begging for double, meaning bread, and ducat, meaning flour, from the house which they are knocking at the gate with their spear-like decorated sticks. Its literal meaning is, "Madam, please stand up and make yourself busy to give us some from yesterday's bread." It's common among the Christian Orthodox followers to ask or beg for something in the name of saints whom they are believed. Because of that, children beg bread, calling the name of Abu, who is one of the saints in Ethiopian Orthodox Church. In order to get the biggest loaf, they also sing, saying, here, their expression is allegorical. Misaso is a strong wood which is erected at the center of the house to carry as a wood and the roof. In their song, Aikrasut means downcut. Misosoni amtut, bring the biggest one. Therefore, they beg for the biggest loaf of bread. During their song, children appreciate the beauty and the decoration of the house as follows. This means the madam's house is decorated with colorful grass. They say madam because ladies are most likely responsible to give the bread and the flour. Therefore, children need to get the attention of the ladies rather than the men. In fact, children also sing appreciating the house they are begging at. They say, this is literally meant the whole of this house is decorated with piece of fabric. When children do not get quick response, they threat, saying, it's to me, she is late. That they say immate, meaning, madam, you two, come out. Yibalawal aitu, the mouse is going to eat it. Jiwan Kosha Kosha is another song which is sung by children to tell the lady to deliver them the flour and the bread quickly. It can be literally translated as, the footstep of hyena is heard because it's getting dark. At the end, to those people who satisfy their demand, they offer their communal blessing by saying, የዛሬ ዓመት በቸር ያድርስልን, meaning God keep you well until next year. When they finish begging, they sit under a nearby tree and enjoy eating the bread. The one who is believed to be the oldest is responsible to distribute the bread equally to the Misho group members and to take his or her share. Then they start arrangement for the feast they will have after some days. In order to decide where to prepare the feast, they cast lot. The decorated sticks are put on the floor, and one of the children's eyes are covered or closed and asked to pick up one from the sticks. Eventually, the owner of the stick picking becomes responsible to take the floor and inform them after consulting his family members the date the feast will take place. The day is decided by agreement with the mother or sister of the child who took the responsibility to prepare the feasting by baking the injera and cooking what? Unlike the previous times, the other necessary items like shiro, that is bean powder, oil, pepper powder, and salt, which are important to cook the wort, are contributed from each member of the singing group one day earlier the feast. By the next day, which is on Sunday, that means the last day of the Holy Week, children gather together for the last festivity. Here, they eat what is prepared in the house they have chosen. Here is the last festivity, and at the end, they thank the owner of the house and wish to meet next year, saying, Misho seems a highly endangered children's festival because of at least two reasons. They are the total abandoning of the celebrations and the change in the content or message of the songs. According to informants, children used to beg pepper powder, butter, shiro, that is bean powder, and dif, which is mixed powder of cereal diluted with water, and used to prepare local beer, that is ጠላ, on Thursday, that is after Easter, for their feast celebrated on Sunday. Orthodox Christian followers call this day Adam. However, songs of Misho on Adam's Day are being practiced no more.
Some of my consultants who have passed through this practice express their memory with regret and sorrow. Their feeling is hurt not only because the verse which they used to sing on Adam's Day are forgotten, but also many changes in the content of the songs and the changes in this cultural heritage are worrisome. For instance, although Misho is children's festival which belongs to Christians, children in Front Salam called the name of Allah in their song, which was not part of the song's content in the previous times. The verse goes as follows.
The second verse of this song seems nonsense since the festival's origin is Christianity. It's because calling the name of Allah while begging could be alright for Islam tradition, but not for Christianity. Besides, there was no practice of begging Allah, that's local beer. This is a new tradition which contributes for the endangerment of the culture. In fact, there was a tradition of begging dif on Adam's Day. In this song, Sakala that means house, which is meaningful word, to the verse is substituted by Sakala. This makes the song nonsense, since Sakala is the name of a place around Fnot Salam. Metitu has equivalent meaning with Yemmabete, that means madams, and Shibeshi is a proper name given for a male person. In this song, therefore, the children have substituted the previous word Addarash in the verse by Shibeshi. This also makes the song meaningless. This song is allegorical and respectfully addresses the owner of the house. At present, the verse is sung using the informal form and lacks politeness, as shown below. This song is extremely awful. Its literal meaning is, for the sake of once, please give us from yesterday's wheat. Primarily, there was no begging of wheat during Misha Misho. It's bread which is begged during Misha Misho.
Secondly, Silande, meaning for the sake of once, is semantically wrong expression. The original song was This is another song which had never been sung before. In addition to the change of the songs, the involvement of the female children in begging for Misha Misho is a recent phenomenon, which had never been before. Besides, in the previous times, children who are in one village used to celebrate Misha Misho together. But these days, children from the same village form many groups. This has resulted complaints from women because they are forced to give bread and flour for each group.
The study has found out that Misha Misho is an endangered children's festival. Thus, to transfer this cultural heritage to the next generation,
religious institutions should teach the historical background of festivals, which are celebrated in relation to their faiths. If the people are taught about their religion and activities done in connection with it, they will teach their children. And the transfer of knowledge from generation to generation becomes possible. It's believed that changes in the contents of Misha Misho and the abandonment of some songs would not be occurred if religious leaders told the people why children have been celebrating it.
generally, Misha Misho seems a festival that scholars and researchers would be inspired to study further.